Good evening, I'm Monique Tuzon and this is PTV News Now. School volunteers in the Kyiv region of Ukraine constructed a bomb shelter resembling a house straight out of the Hobbit films. The school had been destroyed at the beginning of Russia's full-scale invasion. Lesia Bakalets has the report.
This school near the Ukrainian city of Kyiv reopened 6 months ago after being destroyed by Russian shelling at the beginning of Russia's full-scale invasion in February of 2022.
The roof and the walls of the school were hit and the front porch was completely destroyed. Near the school were about 15 pits from the explosions of mines and shells. And on the board it was still written, February 23rd. I cried a lot.
After the region was deoccupied, volunteers from the local charity Gurtum offered to help rebuild the school. At first, they planned to just fix the roof, but thanks to donors all over the world, the whole school was renewed.
But now it is prohibited to open a school that does not have a shelter. So we began to think about how to build it as well.
But Kagal ended up building no ordinary shelter.
The shelter is supposed to be small and underground like a cellar. So the first association was hobbits and their houses.
With cute fake windows, round door and paintings on the walls, this shelter looks straight out of the Hobbit movies. Most importantly, students like it and are not afraid to go inside when the air raid sirens start.
The form of this shelter reduces the psychological stress of students, for sure. It is like entering a fairy tale. Not one child cried there. No one told me, I want to see my mother.
And air sirens are heard often here. Used to it, students get dressed, take their emergency go bags and go to the shelter.
An air siren means we need to go to the shelter.
This is like a cabin in a forest. It's not scary.
We sit here while the siren is on.
In spite of its fabulous look, the shelter is extremely safe with all amenities inside.
We have bio toilets, heaters, electricity, and the internet. Here is a box with water and cookies in case of a long air alarm. The frame of the shelter is covered with reinforced concrete from the outside. There are 2 exits.
Kagal says he wants to transform this shelter into a creativity room after the war, and he hopes the time will come soon. Lesia Bakalets, VOA News, Kyiv.
Here's something you certainly don't see every day. A rare all-white gentoo penguin was spotted in Antarctica. Gentoo species typically have bright reddish-orange bills and black heads with white patches around their eyes. The white penguin was spotted by a member of the Chilean Navy. The penguin's unique discoloration is due to leucism, leaving it the odd one out among the black and white plumage of its species. Leucism is a genetic condition caused by partial loss of pigmentation of plumage or fur. North Korean dictator and strongman Kim Jong-un loves to push the envelope, especially in riling up neighbors Japan and South Korea. Earlier today, Pyongyang unleashed a few cruise missiles into the Yellow Sea, sparking up tensions again with its neighbor and sworn enemy, South Korea, the latter's military said. This latest salvo from the nuclear-armed state is likely in response to Seoul's ongoing 10-day Special Forces infiltration drill that ends tomorrow, Thursday. But Kim Jong-un's latest saber-rattling was met by a solid chest-thumping response from Seoul's defense minister, Shin Won-sik, who said North Korea would see the end of its regime if it ever decides to start a war. And at this juncture, let's turn to Pine City for what's shaping up of late in the Cordilleras. Eddie?
Dayon Bagarabi, Pilipinas, impanamnama ti Baguio City Police Office tinatalgad ken nakapya apan nakaselebrar ti Baguio Flower Festival wenno Panagbenga 2024. Maangay ti coordination meeting na iti Baguio Flower Festival Foundation Incorporated para iti safety, security, traffic kan dadumapay nga issue. Binigbig pa iti City Director ti akam ken kontribusyon na iti force multiplier. Volunteer ken barangay official iti naurnos a selebrasyon ti may panpanakkel nga festibidad. May lukat ti 20th Panagbenga inton na February 1 nga maangay ti Grand Opening Parade inton February 3. Inton na Pebrero 24 ti Grand Street Dance Parade ken Pebrero 25 ti Grand Float Parade. Kabayatan na sigunpay kini Police Colonel Bolwayan Jr. agbantay matlang ti pulisya iti maaya ay selebrasyon ti Spring Festival wenno Chinese New Year ken ti PMA Alumni Homecoming.
Doing several rehearsal, nagkakaroon tayo ng simulation exercises and those volunteers are not present during those times na nagre-rehearse tayo, so we have to brief them.
Sa Damag, nasurok ka sa ngaribo, 5 a residente ti Ilocos Sur ti natulungan ti Love for All program ni First Lady Lisa Araneta Marcos. Beneficiaryo dagiti residente ti San Ildefonso, Santa Catalina, San Vicente, Kawayan, ken iti syudad ti Vigan, asiniribyaran iti Love for All, wenno laboratorio, konsulta at gamot para sa lahat a programa. Panggap na ito a programa danunan dagiti agduduma lugar diti Pagilian, tapnorantaan nga ipayan ti libre serbisyo medikal, social services, agricultural assistance, education, legal ken financial assistance, ken dumapay a serbisyo iti gobyerno. Ket ngamin ti First Lady asapasap wenno awan ti mabati may papan iti panakaipaay ti tulong ken serbisyo kada iti agnaed nang runa kada iti narigat iti panagbiag na. No sa dino, bayan na tumatlang na ito iti sermata ken misyon ni Presidente Ferdinand Marcos Jr. a Bagong Pilipinas. Wino panangipaa iti patas umno ken di kalidad a serbisyo kada iti amin a Pilipino.
Ng asawa ko sa na we should bring government services closer to the people and not the other way around. So, malit na bagay lang ito, but hopefully, it will grow to become something better and hopefully, in the end, we'll be able to service more people who need help.
Bueno, dagiti damdamag manipul ito'y PTV Kodalyara siya ni Eddie Carta na imbag Arabii.
Thank you, Eddie Carta. And that's a wrap for tonight. We look forward to seeing you again for the latest breakers all around the planet. Keep in mind to always be kind, stick with what works, count your blessings, and give thanks while you catch the news right here. This is Monique Tuzon wishing y'all a restful night ahead.